You made it lock in. Court lights flicker, I'm feeling that tip-off fever. NBA dreams spin tight like a crossover sleeper. Fourth and inches in the cold, crowd breathing like smoke. NFL grit in my voice when the pressure get woke. Engine scream through the night, that F1 razor. Lines cut clean, turn sharp like a hometown savior. NASCAR drift in my blood when the pace gets wild. I talk speed like a veteran, move calm like a smile. Legends born out of sweat, out of heartbreaks echo. I break plays down smooth, call the game like a maestro. Every lane that we touch, every story we show, this is where the truth runs. The NotBland Show. Fast, break, whole crowd froze. Big drives, deep shots, watch the moment explode. Every angle hit heavy with a champion's glow. Step into the kingdom, the NotBland Show.
Lock in. It's Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and you guys made it. So let's get locked into tonight's show. I'm super excited about our guest. We want to see her out there a lot more. And, she is a breath of fresh air when it comes down to top fuel racers. I am excited to have Krista Baldwin on tonight to kind of talk about her offseason. What are her plans for 2026, and just about the owner side and driver side of things when it comes down to doing top fuel. So it should be fun. We got something new, and I love having new, interesting people on the show. A lot of great things happened this weekend in the world of drag racing and in sports in general. And we'll talk a little bit about that on the back end. But I want to thank everybody who really makes this show happen. I thank our affiliate, VTR and Sports, powered by ESPN Radio there in Lynchburg, Virginia. I want to thank you for, housing our work there at Sports Journey. You can find our work there on their website, along with the audio version of this show there on VTR and Sports on their website. I want to thank Everything Nitro, of course, Drag Race Reference, where we get all our stats from, and of course, Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. Another weekend, and boy, you either hit it or you didn't, and I think some of us just survived. So we will talk about that in our top 10 Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. We'll go to this commercial break if you guys haven't signed up for that yet. And when we come back, we'll have Krista Baldwin.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Krista Baldwin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh man, it's another great day in the world of sports and being a sports reporter. I'm loving life right now. Just got finished with Sega. We were out there at Shelby, North Carolina with the Gassers this weekend. Had a great race there. So I feel like I've been behind all since then because, it's hard being the host, the booker, doing all the research. So, from team owning how hard that is.
Yep.
How has your off season been when it comes down to, your top fuel operation?
This off season has been a little bit of a challenge. I have a new team that's coming in this year. So it's just, coordinating who's going to tune the car, where we're going to go, who's going to work on the car. It's been quite the undertaking, probably one of the harder off seasons I've had, but I know that will just continue to get better, and hopefully I make it to Chicago in a couple of weeks.
That's awesome. I know that is a very nice and very cool track to be a part of and be out there for. Um, you were able to secure partners for Chicago. Who is that partner that will be helping you out for Chicago?
Absolutely. So it's actually Redline Oil. So I got to give it up to my friend Mark
The
Beatty.
Red
He gave me a call a couple of weeks ago, and he asked me what my idea of what my season was going to look like, and I'm like, look, I got to get to Chicago. NHRA is celebrating the 75th year, and Grandpa Greek is actually one of the legends that's going to be there, and so I'm
nice.
like, I gotta go.
Right.
So that has been like the jumping off point for my season this year. I just really want to be there, and I want to, be able to celebrate my grandpa and all the accomplishments that he's had. I mean, shoot, my grandpa was probably part of 70 of those 75 years.
Yeah.
And so like, it's definitely like, I want to be there. I want to be competitive. I want to show the world what I can do, especially on that Fox stage. I believe there's a few, a little extra TV times for the Fox broadcast. And so it's just a great, perfect jumping off point for the 2026 year.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to Mark Beatty too. The guy just knows how to, first of all, pick them, but he is a man who is definitely, as much as the people who represent him are all in, he is all in with those that he chooses to represent. And I'm very excited and happy that it is Redline Oil. And hopefully, we can somehow make this thing happen to where Krista could be out there for all of the races. Hopefully, maybe we can kind of get that going, and maybe we can get that going for next year. But I'm excited that you're going to be able to be out there in Chicago. We had an opportunity in Gainesville to see some of the legends that were there. Joe Amato, we had Kenny Bernstein, we had Big Daddy, and to listen to them talk about the different moments was very interesting. What is the biggest, or what is one of the moments, or maybe there's a few moments that stand out for you with your grandfather?
Oh man. One of the coolest moments was actually when he made his last pass, and it was in Vegas in 2020, because that was technically our finals for that year. And he actually raced against Leah. So at the time, it was almost one of the youngest drivers versus the oldest driver in the class. And I got to be right there on the starting line with him for that 2020 season. Very cool to be part of, because I was getting geared up to drive the Top Fuel car. And I got my license in St. Louis just a few weeks before that Las Vegas event. And I got to be, hands dirty in the middle of what it takes to rent a Top Fuel car with my grandpa. And that's probably one of the coolest memories that I will always cherish. And then going into 2021, when I made my debut, grandpa was still the team owner. Like, he still called all the shots. He told us when we needed to go. He told us, even though he was 90 years old at the time, he still was sharp as a tack, and I could not mess up, because if I messed up, I was going to get yelled at the trailer.
Still tough. Still tough.
Yes. Still that mad, crazy Greek from all those years. So
how much as being able to be around a legend throughout your life helped you in this process of now owning your own team?
It's taught me a lot of grit. It's taught me this is not easy. This life that I've chose is definitely not an easy one, and it's no walk in the park. Like, if you want to run this race car, if you want to drive and have the ride of your life, you're going to have to work for it. And so that's what my grandpa gave me. He gave me my work ethic, because he made it work for almost 70 years in that Top Fuel seat. So it's just inspiring to know that I have a long time to drive a Top Fuel car,
yeah.
at least until I was 90. But honestly, it's to persevere. And, he's been with me every step of the way. He's still with me every step of the way. Every week he calls me. He's like, all right, what do you do? How are you going there? What's the new parts you bought? Who's going to work on the car? And he is so in tune with my program that I don't think a lot of people understand that, because it's in the background. And
Yeah.
so just to have that is, almost accountability too. I mean, he'll call me and be like, "Are you working on your race car?" I'm like, "Yes, Grandpa."
I'm sure that it can be discouraging at times. Um, just tell the fans of how hard it is, first of all, to be able to not just be the driver, but also be the owner, and you're having to go out and find sponsorship dollars so you can be out there.
Absolutely. It's this is hard. It's not easy. I think people get the wrong impression, especially with how I react from getting out of the race car. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of, great family, great friends to get me there. But it's doubly as hard in the seat as well, because I know if something's going wrong, I have to pay for it. It is 100% up to me how this car is going to run. And so those split second decisions of, just as it's starting to quiver the tire, okay, do I keep in it? Do I lift? Do I pedal? It's a qualifying run, so I'm probably going to lift, but it's first round. I'm going to pedal the heck out of it to try and make the first round win. Um, it's difficult, but I love the challenge. Like, this is something that, I've dreamed of all my life. I've been around it all my life. And at least I got to see someone in my family, pursue this and see the trials and tribulations that he's gone through and try not to make the same mistakes this time.
Yeah. We talked a little bit before we got on air, and it's something that I did not really think about, but what are the challenges now? You're going to Chicago. You will be running a few races this year. What is the challenges for someone who's kind of starting in the middle of the season and having to, you have to build a team?
Yeah, like I said, this off season's been a little bit different for me. The team I previous worked with is now with Spencer Massey, and I wish Spencer all the luck. And he called me up. He's like, "I think I want to own a team." I'm like, "Good luck, man. Like, if that is your passion, go right ahead. It's hard." But starting from the ground up, it's been a little difficult. But I just had a meeting today, and hopefully, who I met with, they have a few people in their back pocket that can come and work on the car. I think honestly, the hardest part is you got to find the right team, in the sense of the right person, in the sense of they have to know what they're doing, because my life is at stake. Like, honestly, like, I hate to go to that extreme, but like, that is me in the car taking that ride. So I have to be safe. But on the flip side of it, you can't be thinking about how the motor was put together in your mind when you're sitting in the car getting ready to stage the car. Like, you have to have complete confidence in who you have. And so it's hard. And if they make a mistake, that's more out of my wallet. And so you just have to find the correct people that have your best interests in heart. And that is to get that race car A to B, go fast.
Yeah. That was something I really had not thought about. There's all these other things, but trying to have to build a team really in the middle of a season, and you have to go out and you have to pick the right people, because you need to have success right out the gate. There's no time to learn each other. They have to be able to get in this situation, and it really is a pressure cooker, because the factors you mentioned, and I don't think that's extreme. That's just the cold hard facts. You're going 330 plus mile an hour with a strap to a bomb. Everything has to be. They have to do their jobs to the utmost, and they have to have a more heightened sense of focus, for the simple fact that these individuals don't work together and haven't worked together before. So there are, and your wallet is also involved. So there's a lot that has to go into choosing these individuals. So I don't think it's extreme at all. I think that's just reality of the situation. Do you have at least a crew chief that will be turning those knobs for you?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I had a meeting just today with him, and we put together a team in our heads of like, okay, who do we want to invite out? Who's worked together before? And the cool part is that since I've been in this industry for so long, I know a lot of people, and so everyone that we've talked about, I'm like, yep, that's cool. I know him. I know his work ethic. I've worked with him before,
Yeah.
so that is a little bit more of a relief. Like honestly, you should have seen me the last like 4 months. Like there was a boulder on my shoulders of like, how am I going to get to Chicago?
Yeah.
And hopefully now everything will go right, and we'll have a good team. But like I said, that biggest part is just having that confidence in your crew, because I cannot be thinking of how everything was put together while I'm sitting in that car, getting ready to stage the car and hit the gas.
Exactly. You have to be focused on cutting the best light possible and worrying about getting the car A to B, and not worrying
Mm-hmm.
about whether the car is going to go A to B.
Correct. Yeah. No, and like that's people are very mean on social media. I
Yes,
may
they
be
are.
quiet the last couple of months, but obviously I'm heavily involved with the sport, heavily involved with a lot of the drivers. A lot of drivers are my really good friends. And it's not just point and shoot in these cars. Like there's so much more that goes through it. And not to mention, like, we're going through such a phenomenon on our bodies that I haven't hit the gas since September. So that first hit in Chicago is going to be like, I just went 340 miles an hour, because that's how, not out of shape I am, but like, I just need to get back into that. Okay,
Right.
what does 300 feel like? What does, hitting the gas and experiencing those 4 to 5 G's on the hit, or
Right.
when that clutch is locking up? Okay, is the clutch locking up, or is it quivering the tire? What should I do here? I made it through it, so I'll just keep on going. So it just little things like that I think the most difficult part of doing it as part-time is that we only have literally 10 seconds in a whole weekend to show the world that we can do this full time. Not a lot of room for error.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole nother level of disrespect. And when it comes to ladies in the sport, there's a whole nother social media level of disrespect that is just, to me, it's absolutely and utterly just unacceptable. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it is not a point and shoot. I think Leah was talking at their press conference in Gainesville, and just talking about the process of your mind being able to catch up to what is going on within that race car in that 3.7 seconds or less. And you have to get back in that process. And you mentioned like 3 things that are super important that you drive by the seat of your pants. So you got to realize, is this tire shake, or is this something that I can drive through? You also have to think about, okay, what am I experiencing here, and do I lift and not push it because I don't want to blow anything up? There's so many things, and you haven't been in the car since months, and that all those processes have to happen, and you have to get up to speed within 4 qualifying sessions.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's just point and shoot, guys. Come on, man. Like, that's a lot to deal with.
It is, and it's pretty heavy, but it's not that I haven't been thinking about it every single day. Every single day I wake up, I think about driving that Top Fuel car. Like, everything that I do is to hit that gas, because there is absolutely no way in the world that you experience this. Like, if you think about it in a bigger perspective, I mean, I'm one of 200 people that have a nitro license in this world.
Right.
Like, that is like significant in itself, and it's a drug that you cannot shake. So, but like, it fuels me to keep going forward and to continue, to chase my passion. And hopefully someone does pop up like Redline Oil. They worked with me in the past, and we've done some really cool things. So I'm excited to bring it to the next level, and excited to bring it on a stage where, we're going to be honoring a legend too.
Yes.
with red line oil on the car. So like that part's going to be super fun. And I got a few, social media videos and things like that I have planned to make this, to make this weekend worthwhile for them too.
Well, that marketing stuff is part of your day job that you do, and just tell the fans how big of a role that plays really in you kind of have a leg up on a lot of people when it comes down to ownership because of your expertise.
Yeah, so my regular 9 to 5 job, I'm the director of marketing for the Wharton Automotive Group. So that is the company that Paul Lee, Nitro Funny Car Racer, he owns. We have McLeod, FTI, Silver Sport, Competition Clutch, Independence Driveline, and so many more that are under wraps, or what we're seeing in the future of how we're gonna add into our portfolio as the best drivetrain company in the world. And so to do what I do every day, I absolutely love my job. Like it is so much fun. I get to market some brands that are legendary like McLeod.
Yeah.
And I get to market brand new brands like Competition Clutch on the sport compacts and import side. It's a lot of fun. And to use the knowledge that I have for my job to correlate it to as a team owner definitely all goes hand in hand. I mean, it's all about creating a narrative for people to want to buy your products. And that's exactly what I'm doing as a brand ambassador for the companies I represent as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that is a huge help in that space. And it keeps you close to the sport as well. And you're able to, talk to individuals and be able to gain contact so you can continue to build the sponsorship portfolio and have people to help out, and hopefully in hopes to be able to go full time here. Blake asked, how many IHRA, NHRA events are you planning, or do you have a plan yet?
So my goal, not necessarily a plan, but my goal is so I'm going to try and go to Chicago, which I have pretty much nailed down. Just a couple more things that I got to, put together. I'm going to try and go to Columbus, which is in June for IHRA. And then I'm going to try and go to the Big Go. I mean, the Big Go at the 75th anniversary.
Yes.
And it's right down the street from my house. So in my shop. So I gotta attempt that, and I got a lot of cool local Brownsburg businesses, Hendricks County businesses that support me throughout the year, and I'd like to showcase them on the side of the car and just be kind of a hometown tribute car. And then I'm gonna try and hit maybe 1, maybe 2 more IHRA at the end of the year. But it goes back to the team aspect of it.
Yes.
It goes back to, so my husband works on Austin Proc's Nitro Funny Car at Bob Tasca's. He's the supercharger specialist. And so it's literally been me and him out in the shop, after he gets home from work and I'm done on my Wharton duties. We walk out to the shop together and we start putting this race car together. So it's, like I said, this off season has been a little bit different, but I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just got to keep working for it.
Yeah, that has to be a huge help to have a partner in crime that not only is involved in the sport, but is someone that can give you that little boost that you may need when things may seem you may be a little discouraged, or it keeps your morale up and keeps you accountable, like you said.
Yeah, our pillow talk is way different than other couples' pillow talk. It's, hey, did we figure out the clutch disc for the car yet? Hey, did we figure out if we need to get some more pistons? Like, our pillow talk's completely different.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff, man. I'll tell you, I am really excited to see you back out there. And real quick before you get out of here, how important, how big is it that we have the IHRA? I often think of, as we've been going through this process, you see a Gary Pritchard that's out there. I thought about, especially, in the first inaugural season, yourself, Lex June, how that little bit of time and that money is helping people build their programs to get more laps, to be able to learn the car, but also be able to get that money to be able to put back into their race teams to continue to build, especially for the smaller teams. How big is that for someone like yourself and others?
It's huge. I mean, it's another sandbox that we get to play in. It's another way for us to, connect with the fans and connect with the audience of like the craft that we do. And like I said, 200 people in the world have a nitro license right now. Like it's a small world, it's a small community, and everyone you listed are my buddies. So it's fun to go to the IHRA and just like, not necessarily that the competition is different, because the competition is pretty stout. I mean, you list off all those people and it's hard. This top fuel racing is so hard and it's so competitive, but I think it's great. And I love that we have another outlet and another way to reach people with the Speed Sport podcast and things like that. Yes. But I also still love the goal is to be a championship winning car in the NHRA. That is still the goal. That is still what I strive every single day, is how am I going to get one more step closer to that?
Yeah, that's trying to carry on the legacy. And I'm 100% here for it all. I'm really excited that you get to be in Chicago for that moment. I know it's going to be huge, and I'm sure you got some stuff planned for the car and all that. I can't wait to see it. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show. I wish you the best for the rest of 2026, and I look forward to seeing you hit the track in Chicago.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Believe me, I'm itching to get back on the race car.
I know you are. Thank you so much, Krista.
Thank you.
Krista Baldwin, everybody. That was fun. And we learned some stuff. That's one thing I didn't really think about, is when you are a team that runs a few races a year, you got to find team to put the car back together. You got to find a crew chief. You got to find all these things, and folks have been picked. So, there's so many things and aspects of owning a team, being a driver, that go into trying to make just maybe a handful of races a year. But it's the fact that, for me, it's the fact that you never give up. And there's some little girl seeing Krista working hard, getting out there, that will be inspired to do the exact same thing. And I think that's why these little things are so important for the sport, to continue to grow, to continue to, hook people, and encourage them to chase a dream. And like I said, I have been saying it for a while. I hope so within a year or two. But my goal is to first get my Super Comp license. That's what I want to do, and maybe race a little bit there. I don't know if I'll go much higher than that. I'll just be happy to be able to do that, because I think that's a pretty fun class. So I thank you guys, though, for all the great compliments and words. We try to do the best that we can here with this show, and I thank you guys for your participation as well. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, it's Drag Race Bracket Bonanza time. It is Drag Race Bracket Bonanza Top 10, and we'll do that right after this word from, wait, if I can find it. There we go. Funny car. I have no idea what happened. No commercial played, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. We're having issues, but that's to be expected when you talk about live stuff. So it is what it is. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I didn't see anything. Mic went out, but no sound. So, oh well. We tried, right? We tried. Well, it is Drag Race Bracket Bonanza time. And, man, what a weekend did we have. I don't have any sound in it. I have no sound. I'm playing music right now, and I have nothing. It did play. Well, I'm not seeing anything on my end, nor do I hear anything. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys can hear that music or not, but I don't hear a thing at all. So we're going to play the music anyway. It says it's muted, but I don't see how it's muted unless I've done something. So let me know if you guys hear the music or not, but it is what it is. We will get to our Drag Race Bracket Bonanza Top 10. It was a heck of a weekend here for Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. A lot of first round upsets really did us in. And some were able to hit and be able to, capitalize on that. And I tell you, when you look at this top 10 of individuals that are within this top 10, it's absolutely insane that some of them are still hanging around in the top 10 with all of what we dealt with here in this early season. Look, at number one is I Build with 157 points. You look at Big Daddy in second, 150.601. You've got Jackson MP with the 150. He's just behind, 150.232, very close, just in third. You got Kev Dog in fourth, 147.842. You've got Possum with in fifth. He was first for a while there, 147.142. Another tight race there between fourth and fifth place. Sixth is Dino17, 144.64. You've got O2 Plum, 7th place with 144.164. And you've got Dylan Nitro, 4,200 in 8th, 144.008. And number 9, Nitro Sam, 143.201. And Obi rounds out the top 10 at 142.58. And it is a close race between 10 and 11. And that is your top 10 of the week. Incredible to see some of these names like Possum and Kev Dog that are still hanging out in the top 10 after we've had and been thrown some real curveballs throughout. So it's amazing to really see that we have had all of what all these topsy-turvy, these first rounds where we have the big upsets, really cool stuff. So I'm going to close this out for the time being, come back to it as we will be talking about our league here and some surprises that we have there within the top 10 of the NotBland Show League. With that said, some fun facts that we will talk about here. First of all, this weekend, there were 5 bracket busters this race. There were 2 in Top Fuel, 2 in Pro Stock, and 1 in Funny Car. And again, what is considered a bracket buster is if fewer than 40% of players have picked this driver to win. So that's what's considered a bracket buster. You had 3 of the 5 bracket busters were number 12 qualifiers. Very interesting. Very interesting. And then you have the biggest bracket buster of this 2026 Winter Nationals was in Funny Car, where Jason Rupert, who was qualified 12th, advanced over Austin Prock, who was 5th. Only 13.7 13.37% of Drag Race Bracket Bonanza players anticipated Rupert advancing out of E1, and while 86.13% had Proc advancing. And I mean, to be honest, rightfully so, right? The car was actually running quite well this weekend. And we see here, he said, I had Austin and Jordan for finals and funny car. It's one of those things. 13.37% of people felt that there would be some type of upset that would happen during the first round, and they chose that one. So it's not a surprise that that would have been something that people would have done. They were running pretty good. I think it was like some kind of safety switch is what happened to fail. So it's one of those things, man. It's just weird. Sometimes things happen, and sometimes, you just, on happenstance, bad luck. How many times is that going to happen throughout the season? So I do believe, though, that car is now running well. Crew Chief Ron Tobler said, I'm proud of my crew for doing such a great job and giving me, or this is what Jason Rupert had to say. He was proud of his crew and Ron Tobler for giving him doing a great job and giving him a great car. He said to beat Procs is monumental. They're one of the best teams out there. We can only run a certain number of races a year due to our budget, but when we run, we want to be a real player. And they definitely were real players within that first round. Unfortunately, he went on to lose in round 2 of eliminations. He faced Matt Hagan, who would eventually be the winner of the 1,000th funny car race. And really, really cool to see him be able to get the win. It is NotBland. That is all lowercase, is the league code. And I will just go ahead and put up the ticker so that you can see that there. If anybody else wants to know, it is NotBland for that code. So we will go ahead right now and we'll move over to our league here of the NotBland Show, and think folks will be kind of surprised. It's pretty impressive to see where some folks are right now, and thinking about what they had to deal with and the bad luck that they may have had last year. So here we are with the NotBland Show top 10. Let's do it this way. And as you can see there, number 1 for the majors is Memphis Lonnie at 132.909 for the majors. Nikki is next. Nicole Clark, she's 2 right behind, 131.814. You've got WPR 58 with 125.332 in third. You have the Nitro Performance guy there in number 4 at 120.727. Drag Race Girly 99 with 118.45. You got Cassie C at 117.016. Myself in 7th at 110.297. You've got K Nealer and F Nealer in 102.007 at 8th. You got Ironhead Motorsports in 9th at 101.653. And they rounded out Nitro Scooter, 10th, 99.831. Now we'll go to the overall season points. Nicole Clark is number 1 at 182.592. Memphis Lonnie is second at 175.865. You have WPR 58 in third. You have Cassie C in fourth. Drag Race Girly in 99 in fifth. Myself in sixth. Ironhead Motorsports in seventh. Nitro Performance Guy in eighth. Cave Nealer in ninth. And Nitro Scooter in 10th. Dave W., who was in the deep, dark depths of the grave, sits in the number 11th spot. Just that quick within 3 races. He was hanging out on the island of irrelevancy and has found his way swimming towards the island of relevancy. Right? He's working his way to the island of relevancy. Knew it wouldn't be long. I knew it wouldn't be long before he found his way back into the picture. So we'll see. Everybody just keep plugging away. Any slip up and he can find himself in the top 5 really quickly. Really quickly. So really good weekend in drag racing. Yeah, exactly. Some of us are hanging on for dear life. This Pomona was pretty tough to really pick. So, yeah, really, really tough to figure out there and pick. Weather played a part. You know, I think you had everything you could think of, from the on-track stuff with the rear end stuff and the rain that delayed here and there. Sometimes not even raining on the track, but raining on the top end. You had unfortunate crash there in Top Alcohol Dragster. Glad that despite maybe some things that he may need to recover from, that he is okay, because that was pretty gnarly. You really haven't seen anything like that in quite some time. So that was pretty gnarly crash there. It had IHRA, great stuff over there. Peanut getting another win. Del Creasy getting another win there. Back to back, to be frank. You got Scott Palmer getting a W. Really just all around, just bunch of great drag racing everywhere. For us to be able to partake in. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to have that happen. And I think we're all pretty thankful for the drag racing that we've been able to see here. Dave W says, I got a good summer tune-up. You guys can only run in the good air. Yeah, that might be the case. You might be right about that. I'm going to test and see if we'll have a commercial, and if it actually plays for me. What I actually do, though, is I do want to talk to you, because it is WrestleMania week, and I got something to say.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. It played, but I don't see it, and I don't get it, but it is what it is, I guess. We're trying to work through it. It's throwing me off, that's for sure. But we'll work through it. Look, I don't know how many of you really care about what's going to transpire this weekend. I think there's a lot of potential, because at the end of the day, the storylines may not mean much, but you do have some good wrestlers involved in the action. I'm really looking forward to the Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar, match. I'm hoping that Oba wins. I think this is a good time for Brock to put Oba Femi over on the biggest stage. I mean, he's already over. I mean, let's be honest. He's already over with the fan base. The great weekend at the drag strip, Virginia Motorsports Park, is a beautiful place. It really is. I know some people may not like the green, but I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping that happens. Maybe Brock ends up winning, and then maybe he puts him over at SummerSlam. You cannot tell what would happen because of this creative group. So I think the whole thing with Pat McAfee is stupid. I know people are justifying it, but I don't think there's any justification for it. I don't think that Pat McAfee, or now you have Jelly Roll involved. I don't think either one of those needed to be involved in this story. You needed Randy and Cody was enough, and the fact that that had nothing to do with the ticket sales, and doing this still didn't change the fact that people bought tickets. You're still 40,000 or 42,000 short. So I don't get it. I think I'm thinking that Roman Reigns is likely going to beat CM Punk, but the closer and closer I get, I think we're going to be thrown a curveball. And I mean, at the end of the day, does Roman need to win? No. So I think maybe there could be a moment, and there is a possibility. I think it's a 50-50 chance that CM Punk wins, and then maybe at Backlash, he loses the title. Or maybe you wait till SummerSlam. I don't know. Probably Backlash, though. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But maybe the matches will be. He said they are opening. Yes, they are opening matches on ESPN2. They are. It is a horrible spot for them to be in, but you have so many main events at the moment that you have two big main events, and it's kind of hard to fit them into the card. I think the best way to fit them into the card, the best way to start off the show is to do that. Now, this could go one of two ways. It can start off the show with a bang, and you can start out hot and keep crescendoing, or you can start the show out hot and then completely poop your pants, like the type of pooping your pants that ends up running down your leg into your socks type of mess. So this is very sketchy. This can go great, or this could go really bad and be the highlight of the show, and the rest of it be meh. I mean, we've seen it for like 7 weeks, right? With SmackDown and Raw. So Lex June out here says we are not out of it yet. Nope. Not at all. And I think if there's any time to get it going, it is week 3 in Montgomery, and we're gonna see where the top dogs are when it's a hot racetrack. Because I have a good feeling that it's going to be a lot warmer than we've seen over the first 2 races, and we're going to see a hotter racetrack. And I think there are a few people that I know that have really solid hot weather tune-ups. So I know you guys are not even close to being out of it at all. And I think in Montgomery will be the time where we'll see this car turn around. Remember, guys, this is a brand new rail. New. So they're figuring things out. But I think Montgomery is where it all will come together. And I think the hot weather tune-up is going to be big in Montgomery and beyond, because I think we're going to see, we're getting in the summertime. You're going to see a lot of hot weather racetracks, and it's going to be very important, to be able to capitalize on that. And I think we'll see a lot of people capitalize on that as well. I don't know if you guys care. NBA is kicking off with their playing games tonight. I believe you got. I forget who's playing tonight. Right. No testing, guys. No testing, no nothing. They just have been making laps at the racetrack. So, considering with the no testing and not being able to really come in and have any type of knowledge of what this car is going to do, it's pretty remarkable, to say the least, to have to do this within competition. So, yeah, I like where you guys are at, though. And I really think race 3 is when things will start to roll, and you guys will start to be able to find that groove that you want to be in. But yeah, NBA play-in games are tonight. I think it's Philadelphia. And I think it's the Heat. No. Orlando, and then there's the Heat, and I don't know if it's Cleveland or is it Charlotte. I can't remember. That's how important it is to me. I really don't. I really am not watching the NBA. I'm actually waiting around for the WNBA, to be honest with you. Really happy that the Mystics were able to get Laura Betts, and a lot of UCLA players came off the board, and rightfully so. That whole starting 5 and deep into their bench, really good group, really tough group of players, and they were all good. I mean, they beat the brakes off of South Carolina. They beat the brakes off of South Carolina. So Dave W said, I would say by New York, you'll know the contenders. Yeah, I agree with you. Hopefully I will be, I'm not 100% sure yet, but it is tentative. But hopefully I will be in Montgomery. If I don't make Montgomery, I will be in Atlanta or Commerce. So I will see if the work that may need me to do will come through. If it does, I will see you guys in Montgomery. So we got a couple weeks, and I'll let you guys know if I'll be there or not. But I'll definitely be in Commerce for sure. Don't even bring. Yeah. I think that so tough. You know, there's so many times the 76ers have been in the realm of contending, and it's just the little things, man. Just the little things. Drag Race Mayhem says, in other news, all things go well, I'll be in MIR. Yeah, great. Man, I don't know if you've ever been there before, but that's a great track. That's my home track. They've done a lot of things to make improvements, and it should become a really good race there. The track's always been good. Attendance is always great to their events, and it'll be the first time in a long time that they've seen Top Fuel and funny cars on the racetrack. So looking forward to that. I will be in Rockingham that weekend for Southeast Gassers Association. So we'll see. We will see if I'll be there. And I definitely, if I am there, either way, I will be. Either way, whether it's Commerce or there, I will be stopping by. Definitely want to meet you both, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So I will definitely keep you in the know of whether I'm going to be able to be there or not. Mayhem, but how about the Flyers? Yeah, Flyers playing good ball, good hockey. Unfortunately, my Capitals unable to make it, were eliminated. Maybe that's the last time we see Ovi on ice. It's been a hell of a career for him, that's for sure. And another special guy that has graced Washington with his presence. I wish they could have won more with him there, but that may have been the last time that we see Alex Ovechkin on the ice. Yeah, I know, right? We talk a lot. I haven't met in person, but yeah, man, that would be awesome. Either way, if it's not there, it will be in Commerce. I'm definitely coming to that. It is not that far from me at all. Neither is Montgomery, really. Never have been to an MIR, so looking forward to it. Yeah, great area. If you want to try our cuisine we are known for, and that is our steamed crabs. I can give you a great place that you can go to that's just not far from the track, actually. Great seafood joint there that you can go to. There's several, but there's one that's my favorite. But there's several places that do a pretty good job there. So, if you're interested, not everybody likes crabs. They think it's too much work for very little meat, but I disagree. I disagree. Let's go Flyers. But in all seriousness, they are probably first round exits. But hey, let's enjoy it while we can. Never know. That's why they play them. I haven't been able to spend too much time watching hockey, so I really don't know, what exactly is going on with them. So, not being able to hear is really ticking me off, because I have to close this show, and not being able to hear, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Let's see if we can fix something here, because I tell you, I have no idea. There we go. It's the output that's the problem somehow. I see it now. So we'll fix that before we get out of here. So I think we have fixed that problem. Let's see. I don't understand it. We got a problem. I'm not gonna be able to hear. That's not gonna be good. We may just have to close the show with no closer. But yeah, I don't get why I don't have any headphones. It's crazy. I've even taken the headphone jack out and put it back in, and I really don't. I don't have anything. Hey, well, at least I'm having this issue, and we're not having this issue. We didn't have this issue in Shelby. The stream went just fine, so we didn't have any issues. Everything worked out. Yeah, so you guys hear the music, and I don't know what the heck's going on here. I don't know. So we're gonna wing the heck out of it, and hope for the best. I saw earlier, will we have 2 shows? Possible. Maybe a WrestleMania preview show. I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little out of sorts this week. Being able to do Sega, have to come and booking everything. I was behind. I felt like I've been behind all week with trying to get things together for the show. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix this problem. I'm going to enter myself back in the show through another web browser and see if that helps. But in the meantime, it's just, we'll see. I know I have a couple guys. I have to see what their schedules are, and it may just be an after, it may just be an after WrestleMania show, just because of time. Because I don't. There's a couple guys that I like to have on. We had the exclusive podcast guys on, and they were on the other day, so we'll see. Hold on, guys. I'm going to add myself back in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play a commercial, and we'll come back.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
All right, I'm in the background, but you can't be seen. So let's just try to fix this the best way that we can. Wait a minute. What the? See, I tried to do something and it just didn't work. But I'm sure you guys hear me, so that's fine. But yeah, whatever reason, the cam is not working at all. That's okay, though. We'll close the show like this. We've had enough issues. I can at least hear, and I heard the commercial. So we are up against it. But I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. And I want to thank Krista Baldwin for coming on. Great stuff. We learned a lot today. And you'll know as soon as I know if we have a show for the rest of the week. All right? Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your week.
You made it lock in. Flicker, I'm feeling that tip-off fever. NBA dreams spin tight like a crossover sleeper. 4th and inches in the cold, crowd breathing like smoke. NFL grit in my voice when the pressure gets woke. Engine scream through the night. That F1 razor lines cut clean, turn sharp like a hometown savior. NASCAR drift in my blood when the pace get wild. I talk speed like a veteran, move calm like a smile. Legends born out of sweat, out of heartbreaks echo. I break plays down smooth, call the game like a maestro. Every lane that we touch, every story we show, this is where the truth runs. The NotBland Show. Fast lanes, fast breaks, whole crowd flows. Big drives, deep shots, watch a moment explode. Every angle hit heavy with the champions glow. Step into the kingdom, the NotBland Show. Fast lanes, fast breaks, whole crowd flows. Big drives, deep shots, watch a moment explode. Every angle hit heavy with